Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy and Burke, talking about movies and trailers
Hello.
and
And
motion
everything in
picture
between.
promotion.
Marketing. We're going to talk about
If
marketing.
you made a movie, what would you do to make people go see it, to make people want to see this movie more than any other thing in the world?
That's right. What would you do? Well, you make posters and trailers. And what's fun is like you think about it, like what would you have done for the poster? What would you have done for the trailer? And a lot of times you have to see the movie first, of course. But a lot of times when we're doing this stuff, we only get a script and then a few random dailies from the movie, and we really don't know what the movies are about, or a basic overview, but the tone of the film doesn't really happen till later, and you're trying to create something kind of out of nothing. So it's a hard job, but a very fun job. So we like to talk about this stuff.
The skill that you develop working in the entertainment industry a lot of times is thinking ahead, thinking beyond the material you have in front of you and kind of winging it. Because I think about when in my part of production, I work on TV shows and movies, and like you just said, all we have is a script, and it's like that's all I have when I do what I do. There's nothing has been shot. We have to read that script, and we talk to the producers and the directors, and we have to figure it. It's like I don't have any reference,
and they don't always agree.
Yeah, you have to invent everything. That's where it gets created. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, I think, when they watch a movie or a TV show. It's like everything in that movie was invented by somebody. Somebody made that. Production designer,
out of
the
their
sound
head.
designer, the musicians that played the theme music. It's like it's all invented by creative people. It didn't have any, it wasn't like didn't always exist. That's a thing I think when people think about things like Star Wars or whatever, it's like, oh, it's just always existed.
That's right. So what we're doing here
there was somebody who built that stuff and made it.
So it's taking a step back from Star Wars. This is,
always my example. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a really good one though, because everyone's familiar with that. But so what we're going to do is we're going to look at a trailer, a teaser trailer, and then we're going to look at the full trailer, and we're going to look at the poster. So you're going to see kind of the exploration of creative that people build around a movie that's about to come out. So this is a film called...
Teasers a lot of times are done before there's anything. Like you said, there's no footage. They don't even know. Sometimes they don't even know who they've cast. They just want to put something out there into the public to make people aware that this thing is coming up. There's some special thing. Maybe just a logo shows up,
and sometimes a teaser they'll do a special shoot with the actors who are just on set. They'll make them do a few things, like maybe walk to an edge of a cliff and look at the sky, and then they'll shoot that and make it a moody. You never know, but some of it they actually will have some early dailies, which is like some scenes they've shot early on, and they'll kind of compose something around it. Sometimes they do animation, especially if it's like a motion poster type teaser. So we're doing a film today called Thuramukham. It is translated to Harbour. Right. It's 2022 Malayalam film, which we love those because they're a little more grounded, not quite as like slow motion, the crazy kind of Hindi movies where it's a lot of really polished action. It's directed by Rajeev Ravi, and it stars Nivin Pauly, Indrajith Sukumaran, and Joju George. I probably mutilated that second name. So we don't really know what it's about. We don't want to know. Yeah. So you guys can let us know how to pronounce this. And we're still learning. So we're going to take a look at the teaser, and then we'll take a look at the full trailer, and we can compare how they expand on the theme from the shorter teaser to the longer trailer. And then we'll look at the posters to see how they reflect both of them. So here we go. You ready?
The teaser is like, nothing about this movie, and this is like just the very first thing you ever see about this film.
It's usually like
it's the teaser.
Teaser. We're going to tease you. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go. Oh. So many struggles in India that they depict.
Yeah.
So much political strife and, labor problems. I didn't quite understand the line about if you're Satan, I'm the devil, because they're kind of the same thing. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what that
means.
means.
Which is worse. Yeah.
Satan or the devil, which one are you going to be?
For a teaser, there was a lot of yeah. Which one's worse, a werewolf or vampire? But it's like the teaser that actually has a whole lot of footage in it. I mean, it tells the story. It seems like just maybe a short trailer, but
it was a lot, and they kept it pretty tight, like to close-ups of talent and just a few fighting scenes. But again, like their fighting scenes are very gritty and they feel realistic, like people are really fighting and not like doing stunts. I mean, they're all stunts, but this is a little less
over the head
flashy.
punch swings that always bother me. That's a pet peeve,
but they look so cool.
Throws a punch like way over your head and you just sort of duck like that and it misses you, like they were trying to hit you on the very top of your head. But
well, your face was supposed to be there and then you duck and you miss.
Right.
But
it is a fight choreography pet peeve.
Oh no, was that fight in there? I didn't notice. Did we have a hit over the head in that scene?
There was a what we call over the head swing. Yeah.
Over the head swing. Damn it, you guys.
Yeah.
No pet peeve, Berg.
You duck about that much and you miss the punch.
You missed me. Ha.
Yeah.
But that it actually looks like one of those labor struggles are so hard and people making the money don't want to pay people more because they want to make more money. And then, of course, the workers deserve fair treatment and a lot of people aren't getting it. And it looks so intense. Looks like a pretty cool dynamic actor.
It's a little guy.
Nivin Pauly. Yeah. I liked the guy who was giving the speech in the background. Almost sounded like poetry, the way he was yelling it. It almost sounded like music or poetry. That was very, very cool.
Right.
Okay, so I think we sort of have a grasp on what this movie's about and the tone. Let's see if the next trailer brings more to the table whether it expands on or makes
official trailer.
This is the full length one. It's like twice as long, literally twice as long. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have it ready? Is it spooled up?
It's ready. It's ready to go. Right. We're ready.
Action.
Here we go.
Hold
on. Damn it. Okay. He didn't duck.
ഇനി മുതൽ മൂപ്പന്മാരില്ല. ചാപ്പ ആർക്കൊക്കെ കൊടുക്കണമെന്ന് യൂണിയൻ തീരുമാനിക്കും, നമ്മൾ തീരുമാനിക്കും.
എടാ പച്ചിക്കേ, ഇപ്പൊ ഞങ്ങളുടെ യൂണിയൻ നിരോധനമൊന്നുമില്ല. ഇനി നിന്റെ ഒരു വിരൽ അനങ്ങിയ നിന്റെ അന്തി വരും.
എന്ത് മാറിയെന്നാണ് പറയണത്? പായക്കപ്പല് പോയി ആവിക്കപ്പല് വന്ന്, കായലിനകത്തെ ഐലൻഡ് വന്ന്, മൂപ്പന്മാര് പോയി യൂണിയൻ വന്ന്. എന്നാലും നമ്മളെ പീണയിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും മാറ്റം വന്നാ ഇവിടെ ജീവിക്കണമെങ്കിലേ കണ്ണടച്ച് ജീവിക്കണം. ഇവന്മാരൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടല്ല കച്ചറകളാണ്, വെറും കച്ചറകളാണ്.
ഇവിടെ ഒറ്റ യൂണിയൻ മതി.
ആൾക്കാരെ എന്നെ കുത്തിട്ട് അവനെ കുത്തിയാ മതി.
Rascals.
Yeah.
സൂക്ഷിച്ചു വർത്തമാനം പറഞ്ഞില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ തന്നെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? ശരിപ്പെടുത്തി കളിക്കടാ പന്നി. റെഡിയാണ.
It's a great look.
Yeah. This trailer is cut together a lot better.
Yeah. The footage is a lot more
The
polished.
trailer
Looks
looks a
like
lot better than the teaser.
Yeah, they did a lot of color
Yeah.
correction. Looks like they, smoothed out all the rough edges. I love the use of black and white too. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if that's in the past.
Yeah. Maybe for flashbacks or
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
No, it looks pretty intense. It looks like one of those movies that's gonna get you like, oh, come on and
it's a lot of struggles. Like they're talking about the
bad
gangs.
guys.
Yeah, like who are the bad guys? Like, because when you think about like the gangs, it seemed like they were almost lamenting the gangs were gone. It seemed like, at least in this, and that the unions took over, but at the same time, they also had transitions from sailboat to steamship. So that changed their entire dynamic of, how they made money and how the port was used or the harbor, it's clearly like that job in the harbor.
There's some gangster stuff going on, but it kind of makes me think about an American TV series called The Wire. Remember there was the Wire.
Yeah.
Such a great TV series, highly recommended.
So good.
Each season was a different, sort of showed you a different part of Baltimore, the Baltimore underworld, the crime. You get the gangs, the youth people, the young people in the gangs. Then there's an episode, there's a whole season about the shipping, the harbor, and the politics of shipping and receiving and people that are being tempted into doing the illegal things and the gangs, and it's complicated. There's a long history of that. It goes back to a lot of film noir films about, the war, on the waterfront, and a lot of picturesque movies can take place in a shipping harbor. It's a great setting.
That's interesting. So I looked at the description part at IMDb. They say this is part of what's called the CHAPA system, and it's a casual labor allocation where primitive work guarantee scheme that was practiced at the harbor in Kochi during the 40s and 50s. Metal tokens called CHAPA were thrown into waiting crowds of laborers where they would fight for the tickets. Whoever managed to get one would work for the day. So that's bullshit. That's like basically just inciting people to kill each other. What the hell?
Yeah.
So they liked that because it put them in sort of this position of power where they could just lord over them and let the masses below them and let those people work it out. And not good. Not good. So I can see why
it's like on the waterfront too. The Marlon Brando film had a system kind of like that. All the guys would show up at the
just random
dock, and you see if you get a ticket, see if you get a chance. And it was because there were so many people that needed work,
That's right. So it looks like a really heavy duty movie.
Sad, it reduces it. Yeah. But it reduces that selection function of who's going to work for you today. It reduces that down to who is the most ruthless and who can hit somebody and steal their token, or who can grab it, or who can step on somebody's hand,
Exactly.
It's a sort of a bad system.
Yeah, it's not fair because people who are good workers who may, might be less prone to fighting would lose out. And it just seemed like that's not really a fair way to give labor to people.
The honest people,
Yeah. Exactly. So we have some posters we can now apply to what we know. All right.
Cool.
So here's one poster. So this is what we were talking about in another podcast about showing the cast, a bunch of heads.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of stars. They may be Malayalam stars. I'm not sure how prominent they are. We've been seeing a lot more Malayalam films. I don't necessarily recognize a lot of these actors, but they looked like they were really good actors, especially that guy with the mustache is awesome.
This looks like an illustration. It looks almost like a Drew Struzan kind of,
does.
like a Star Wars poster or a Indiana Jones kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
Those hand-drawn posters.
Yeah.
I love that. I love artwork.
Yeah. I like the hit of red on his hair, like he's being lit by Satan.
Right.
But this is a really nice montage. Those are hard to do, and like you said, the sort of illustration-ish aspect kind of gives it a little more artful quality. And I also like the sort of, it looks like almost like dust flying upwards. That sort of vertical shape in the background is actually kind of pretty. So we only have like one woman.
There's a shape on the left side of the poster. It looks like the shape of some
fabric,
reddish figure looking at them, or just almost off camera.
Yeah,
just creates a compositional element in the foreground.
Yeah,
it goes across the bottom too. It's like a stone, like a hillside.
Yeah, maybe it is
Yeah.
actually environment. It might be a mountain. You're right. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. But yeah, so this is, a very, very nice cast cell poster. So we have that. Then we have Star Cell. So it looks like the guy looking over everything. He's in charge. So this is more gritty, down to earth, the feel of the movie. I like how they put the title as if it's printed on the wood. It's like really beautiful. Yeah, I like it.
Right.
Very iconic. Really nice. And then we have this poster. Yeah. I don't know how legit this one is, but this is the Star Cell with the montage. It's a little blurry. It's a little low res, but this shows a lot more action. It has the red in it, which kind of leads into the fact this is more action movie. It looks like it's kind of bloody. The smoke is red. Everything kind of blotchy red.
Their flags that they wave, their flags are red.
Yeah. So if I had my choice, I'd probably go with this one. Or actually, this one's really nice. But this tells us more that it's a big cast ensemble. That, it's not just about one guy. But yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. This is a beautiful poster. So there it is. So we had the teaser that gave us a little taste, a little more gritty, and then the full length trailer, a lot more glossy, lot deeper.
Yeah.
Very more artful. The black and white looked richer and more, contrasty. But yeah, looked really nice.
Yeah, the teaser, I was sort of on the fence. I was like, it looks good, but it looked a little bit too much fights and stuff or whatever. Yeah. But then when I saw the regular trailer, it was like, okay, it's not all about guys swinging punches and stuff. Yeah. It seems like there's the official trailer gave a bit of more of the story and
more context.
More context and more of a like, oh, okay, I know what this is going to be about. This is going to be very intense.
Now we see why they were fighting. It was a little unclear. Now you get it. Like they're just being played, basically. It's just like this is this unfair practice of the Chapa system, and it wasn't good.
You get a taste of the environment too. It's like it's always good to put you in the place, like show you where this movie is going to take place, and you see the big ships and the shipping and the work and how that works. And that's a setting that when you watch this movie, that's where you're going to be for a lot of it. So it's like
it looks very contained,
beautiful. Yeah. A very dramatic setting,
exactly
near the shipping, the dockyards and whatever.
Yeah, we saw a lot more of the harbor in the full trailer versus the teaser, which didn't really show us a lot of environment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there it is.
You're going to get a whole bunch of really tough guys working there. Those are traditionally very, very rough and rugged folks that work on the shipping and loading up ships and.
Yeah, it looks like there's only maybe one or two women in the entire place. So they're in trouble. They got a lot going on. Those women having to figure that shit out. So there it is. So I think it's a pretty cohesive campaign. When you lead into that, and then throw in the poster with the ensemble, and even the guy standing kind of lording it over him, you kind of get the idea of the boss. But nice campaign. This is good.
Yeah, I think I'm interested in seeing it. Yeah, I mean the trailer sold me. The teaser not so much, but the trailer had a payoff in there.
And there was the guy's mustache I liked the best. But yeah, that was good. Very interesting. Let us know what you think of the teaser trailer and then the posters and how they work together and whether they worked for you to make you want to see this movie.
Yeah,
that's it.
And thanks for joining us for yet another exciting episode of the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy.
Marketing materials with Kathy.
Yes.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.